No, Daisy has not been neglected. I just had to work a lot so I can pay afford the parts to put into this damn thing. The goodies I've put in it have cost a lot of money lately. So I've had to work a lot. But I have still been putting hours into this car. And show you a couple things that have been done to it. I got an ice box in it now, so that way it'll cool the intercooler and the blower housing itself. The box, the reservoir that came with this thing was a dinky little fucking 1-quart bottle that isn't gonna do shit. So chucked that and made an ice box. Got the pump underneath it. Got a drain line that's gonna go there, and I got my dump line back there. So that's where it's gonna dump. That way I can drain water out of it and then put ice in it. I got my vent line for the fuel cell now. That way fuel won't gush out at me because I'm filling it up. Let's see. Oh yeah. Fuel system's completely done now. Let's see. Yep, right there. And 1,000 horsepower fuel system cost a lot of freaking money. A lot more than I was expecting. But it's done. It's in. I don't have to worry about it now. And you got the Holley twin pump. This should be good for 1,600 horsepower. So at 1,000, I shouldn't be stressing it too hard. And one motor runs constantly. And then when it sees boost, it kicks in the other motor. That's why there's 2 pre-filters. Let's see. Oh yeah, the rest of the fuel system's done underneath, and oh yeah, I did take it to we were going to a Mopar swap meet, and so I took it to a little Mopar show up in Van Nuys, California, and we just brought it there for shits and giggles because we were gonna go to the swap meet anyway, me and a friend Leonard, and so I figured, well, I might as well go empty-handed. If we bring a trailer, we can at least throw shit in the car if we end up buying something. So I brought the car. Threw it in the yard, or little yard they had set up for the show cars, and of course this one stuck out like a sore thumb next to all those shiny cars, but it sure did draw a fuck of a lot of attention. The Alana from Roadkill saw it, and they had to do a skit on it. So they did a little video with me on the car, and they posted on their Facebook, and then my Facebook blew up, and so it's definitely popular. You could kind of see the grin on some of the more restored cars, the people that owned those restored cars, looking at the people surrounding my car when they only had like 1 or 2 people looking at theirs. So it's definitely an attention getter. Definitely will be on the roads too once I get it on there. But yeah, that was awesome. Got a lot of attention. So got it back home now, and oh yeah, fuel system. So yeah, there's a fuel system run up. It's just got pillow blocks. There's the after filter. There's just a union there to separate the return line if I need to disconnect it in multiple spots for whatever reason. Let's see. Oh yeah, the ice box. I'll show you what's under the hood in a second. Okay, so we got the lines run for the ice box, all pillow blocked, and looks somewhat neat. And then the best part is the big massive fucking blower under the hood. Shiny chunk of aluminum that just looks awesome. Like diamonds are to women, this is to men. Oh, this thing's so pretty. And it costs more to get a black powder coated one. I was like, fuck that, I want the polished one, that looks sexy. So, got that bolted on there, and had to make, I had a friend of mine order me fuel rails because I was out of town, and ordered me some ugly ass BBK orange anodized ones, which were too small anyway because they had 6 AN lines on them. So we had to, I welded some 8s to it and then had them ceramic coated. That way it'll help with fuel, with vapor locking. And then made some, what are they called? What are they called? Bulkhead plates. This is where the cooler lines come through for the blower, goes through the firewall. You know, and then it tees on. There's the big fat ones feed the intercooler, and the small ones is what cools the bearings and the blower and the housing itself. Yeah, then we got the lines run forward. There's another bulkhead plate there that runs to the intercooler. Let's see, what else have we done? Oh yeah, I had to cut out part of the inner fender because I wanted to put a flat plate here. Not only for the, actually the reason I want to put a flat plate there is because the suspension. when the car would turn all the way to the right, the tire would actually hit the recess for the battery tray right there. So I needed to do that. I also had to relocate these. This bar here was farther forward to about, yeah, right about there where that where the sanding marks are. But you know, at full steering lock to the left or to the right on the other side, the tire was rubbing right here. So, because the car sits so fucking low, so I had to modify all that. And so yeah, I put this flat plate there after modifying the inner fender. I had to reshape this piece here, that way it would just have a flat flange for a flat panel to sit on there. And then we made the air cleaner go through the air cleaner tube, go through there. Had to make a throttle linkage. So now the car's actually got a throttle pedal in it. Before it didn't. Power steering reservoir. I made a power steering reservoir that would sit in that little corner there. I cut the top off of another reservoir and then made a little reservoir that would fit there. And then just welded that one to it. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, like I was saying, the whole fuel system's done. Fuel rails, fuel regulator, the Y block, the lines going down, and oh yeah, I started making headers for this thing. What I did is I bought a used set of NASCAR headers and basically cut the fuck out of them and reshaped them so it would fit this motor and the car. You can see I had to go around the steering shaft there. And what's awesome about stainless is it all turns pretty rainbow colors when it's all being welded, and the flanges look awesome. It was a learning curve to learn how to do stainless, and I'll admit I kind of foobarred the first one, so I had to cut the flange and buy another flange and redo it. So, but now the I don't know if you can even see any of the welds. Well, you can kind of see. I still got to weld one pipe, but you can see they're freaking awesome. Well, maybe you can see the other side. I might be able to see that side better. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. So they're all pretty. Welds are all tiny. The welds are the thickness of a dime. So yeah, you can see there. It was a learning curve, but I got it down. It looks freaking awesome now. So yeah, those are the headers. Full stainless NASCAR tri-wise. You can see from underneath that they are a tri-Y header. Oh, yeah, there's some of you can see the welds there. I mean, that, if you look at that, that's freaking the thickness of a dime right there. Yeah, same as that one. You know, they're all super thin. Yeah, so that's the headers. Now I gotta make a exhaust system. I had built an exhaust system for this thing, but when I put this big ass blower in it, the 3-inch exhaust wasn't gonna work no more. So I have to step it up to 3.5. So once I get the headers done, I'm gonna have to start building the exhaust system. And what else have I done to this thing? A lot of little shit that I can't even really remember right now. But yeah, I've been having to make the headers so that way I can get them in and out of the car without pulling the motor out. So I've split the flanges in half and made it to where the exhaust can go in 2 pieces. You know, forward 2 pipes and rear 2 pipes. And I would have liked to try and do them equal length headers, but there's just not enough room there, so fuck it. I just made it to where the exhaust would go. Plus it's got a big ass blower pushing exhaust out. So it's gonna force its way through the pipes anyway. I mean, in all reality, equal length probably was only worth like 5 horsepower above 6,000 RPM, so woohoo. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. So, finish the headers, build an exhaust, and then my asshole's really gonna hurt when I have to buy the engine management system, because that's like $2,800. And then I still gotta buy injectors, so I lied. Fuel system's not done. Injectors are like $800. All in a clutch. That's another $2,000 for a 1,000 horsepower twin disc clutch. So shit, it's a lot of freaking money still. But slowly, piece by piece, day by day, it'll get done. You know, then I painted this car. I gotta work on this car. Looks pretty, don't it? Yeah. Like a fucking beer. It's a little dirty right now, but looks sweet. What is that? Oh, it's just compound. Yeah. So, that's what's going on. Anyway, later.